Catchphrase. All right. All right. Yesterday, our intrepid hero found himself trapped in the oubliette system of... What the hell was the name of that system? We're going to see if I can explain how I got out of it. Not that complicated, but, you know, when I first jumped in there, I was like, oh my god, is it all over? And no, it wasn't all over, because supercharging. Alright, so, first thing to know, in your inventory, what the hell is that? Oh, that tablet. If you come to inventory and synthesis, your first option is FSD, frameshift drive, injection. And with this, you can get a 25% increase in distance, 50, or 100, if you have the listed materials. Okay, so I had the listed materials for the 100% jump, and combining that with, oh, try not to get seasick. Maybe I can fix this. There we go. Combining that with the ships, I never remember where to find this. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, combining this with the 46.47 light year jump range, that gives me, what, 92, almost 93? 92.94? Light year jump range when boosted. So that definitely improved our chances. And if we look at the galaxy map, I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember the name of that one. It was something like Phylux. Was there an S on the end? Yeah, because there's an S on the end of this one. Oh, I shouldn't have looked at that. Phylux. I want to say it was DD something. Oh, maybe it'll be, because I tried to look it up in EDDB to see what systems were close to it, and that didn't work because it will only let you search for populated systems. So that was a bummer, like, for sure. And no, it did not retain my last search information. Okay, I didn't write it down anywhere. You'd have to look at the end of yesterday's show, I think. But it wasn't this one. No. Oh, wasn't it? I don't think so. How far is that? That is 39 light years. Maybe that's the last one I went to. What's this up here? No. No, it was 12 something towards the end. Closer. No guarantee I'm going to find it. Definitely not that one. Is that right there? Nope. These are too close to each other, so it can't be these. But I made a point, to go downward from where I was. No. I think I also traveled this. I'm assuming that the... Oh, well, I'm looking the wrong way then. Let's start over. All right, where we are, then where is the bubble? Bubble's there. So I would have been, well, that's a 12, but that's not it. What was that? That's too far away. I always get that backwards. Would have been this direction-ish. And I think we're not going to find it. Oh, what do we got here? JTF 12-1? Is there a star map? Yeah, and it'll show undiscovered, right? And it can only show undiscovered and show the star map if I've been there. So this is it. So from here, let's see, I went down quite a bit, and then I think, is this it? That can't be it, because that's 110 light years. What about this one right here? It's probably too small to see. $122, 110. But there was something over here. No, I swear. That's that one again, and that's where we were. So I'm having a little trouble finding it now, but I believe I jumped in this direction because the bubble's over here. It may have been this direction. No, this is too far. I'm not sure that it was this one. 90 light years. That would have been a suitable candidate. It may have been that one, but the name doesn't look familiar. So I was able to supercharge and jump to one similar to, if not this exact one. And then I thought I supercharged. Thought I supercharged twice, but that one's, oh, so that one's 70. So yeah, so I may have supercharged to jump here, which takes us down to here, and then we should be pretty close to where I am. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty confident that I'm no longer stuck. We still do want to go roughly that direction, so let's work on that, because again, our goal is to get 5,000 light years for Professor Palin. Gain, which I haven't done yet, no check mark. Attain a maximum distance from your career start location of at least 5,000 light years. So we have to travel at least 5,000 light years from our home, or our starting system, not our home system. And that will also be here under Codex, Personal, Stats, Exploration. And we're still at 4,114 light years, which is the distance. Okay, it looks ridiculous. Which was the distance we built when we went out to the Seagull Nebula. So, now that I've wasted 10 minutes explaining all of that, we still want to get our 5,000. And someone pointed out to me, I can't remember who, that the reason that we were probably hitting such a thin density, seriously, the other day I jumped in on King Akira's stream, and then like it was over 10 minutes later, it's just like, now I know how Sirius Lee feels. I've got like an hour before I need to wrap it up. But someone pointed out to me that there would be a decrease in density in the between the galactic arms, you know, because it's the spiral galaxy, and so there are, and you can definitely see that there is less light here, which suggests fewer stars, or less density between them. Also, I was very high on the plane of stars, well above the middle, so also less density due to that. But the emergency part is over. If we look at this, I'm inclined to believe that there is more density over here. So if I can get over here, and with only an hour to play tonight, if we target that area right around in here, and then go down quite a bit. That might be too much. Oh, that's definitely too much. Trying to get it sort of to, whoa! I was blinded by the lights. So, somewhere in this area, in which there appears to be plenty of stars, these appear to be a Y star KGB foam. So no, these appear to be non-main sequence. So I think we want to get down to these K stars. So yeah, that is main sequence. That's so weird. It's like this plane seems to be the dividing line between scoopable and non-scoopable. There's a tau, tau, tau. Weird. Or coincidental, however you want to look at it. So let's aim for this one, which is 1,700 light years from our current location. Let's see if it's plottable. I like our odds. And hopefully we won't end up in another oubliette. I just need to be more conscientious about making sure that my last jump is not a neutron star. Alright, so let's start moving. Oh! I might not have... Cannot comply. Cargo scoop deployed. Oh, so it must be this. Cargo scoop retracted. Hard points retracted. Let's get into frame shift. So you're not wrapping up? Should I? That's an option. What is that? Is it a planet? It appears to be a planet. Okay. Let's throttle down. See if we need to map this rascal. I already did this. Oh, so it's just the star in the system. So we want to go this way. Frameshift drive charging. And I was able to refuel when I jumped to this system, so fuel's really not an issue at the moment. I have these two songs stuck in my head. One is Take 5 by Dave Brubeck, the Dave Brubeck Group, and the other is I don't actually know the name of it. I think it's Golden Brown by the Stranglers, but it was one of the featured songs in Umbrella Academy Season 2, and I keep hearing a similarity between them, although I'm pretty sure the Golden Brown song is in 6/8, whereas Take 5 is famously in 5/4 or 5/8. Doesn't matter much. Oh, I started to leave too soon. There we go. You want to top off before you hit the road, Junior. Alright, next stop is right behind us. So is the star. Of course, that's how that works. Another A star. Oh, I didn't map. Silly me. Looks like it's all trash planets, but you know, maybe Oscar the Grouch will approve. I'm assuming I don't need to explain. That's one of those ones, just not funny if you have to. Three more. Now I'm resisting the urge to count like the count. And I'm assuming none of those are, I'm not wasting time. They would have to be Earth-like, I think, in order for me to spend time on them, or at least water worlds. We moved on. Charge. I haven't been awake very long, so I don't know much about the news. Something about Trump wanting to bypass Congress to do a coronavirus relief, and mixed feelings. One, I don't really trust him to get it right. And as much as it hurts me to say it, it's like, oh my God, he's trying to do something good for people. The people who need it most, presumably. But, you know, like I said, kind of have to half expect him to screw it up. But, you know, it's hard not to think that he is trying to do the right thing. But at the same time, people have also been making fun of him because he has kept his nose out of it for a while. He started to get involved, and people didn't like the ideas he was proposing because they were mostly more corporate welfare ideas. And so then he just like, I'm out, Congress, that's you. But then people started making fun of him because, you know, he hasn't said anything in 3 weeks, or, you know, whatever the number is. So maybe it's an attention grab. Maybe it's a distraction from something else. Maybe it's well, if I offer this steaming pile, then maybe people will be happy with whatever Congress does. You know, plus there's the whole, does he actually have the authority to do something like that on that scale? I suspect not.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Ooh, getting a little deep.
Fuel scooping complete.
I never played Full Throttle. It's so old now, I don't know if it'd be worth it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Boom, 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 boom. Dirk Gently Season 2. Just finished that this morning. Really enjoyed it. So odd. Yeah, with so much of entertainment, it's like you either want something that hits the sweet spot of what you like, or something that is different enough from everything else that it's intriguing. Yeah, November, I can't remember what the date is this year. It'll be the First Tuesday after the first Monday in November. So whatever Tuesday falls between the
Fuel scooping.
2nd and the 8th. Let me check my math on that. I'm not worried about it.
Fuel scooping complete.
Your spelling in English is probably better than my own. I did honk, right? I remember honking, but I don't remember the results. This is a rocky icy, so this system's going to be disappointing. Maybe there'll be something beautiful. But the way I'm going, we'll never know. That's going to be a cluster. Nope. Sounded like a cluster. This probably be the cluster, yeah. I knew I heard a Geiger counter. It's funny because people earlier this year, when I was still looking at Facebook, people were recycling memes from previous election cycles saying, you know, to go to the polls on whatever date. And I'm like, since I disagreed with their political views, I was like, yes, definitely go on that date. Since it's like not the same date this year. And actually this year, or previous years, it was after. Oop. It's going to be in this area. For me, it's an impossible choice. There's a possibility that Biden will step down and the DNC will appoint someone else to run. Since basically the DNC is running, the Democratic National Party is running, and the person they're advancing is Joe Biden. So he's their representative. So when you vote for Joe Biden, you're basically voting for whoever because the DNC, I believe, can change who their candidate is the day before the election. And even though all the ballots would say Joe Biden, you're still voting for whoever the DNC puts up there. I think that's how it works. I would be happy to be wrong.
System scan complete.
So like if he died or was declared non-compos mentis. Actually, I don't know if compos mentis is a requirement for being president. Although, for some reason, Trump did take that one test, and that he's embarrassingly proud of. Ooh, we're too close to the sun. Let's get a little further away. Because I'd hate to get thrown out of frame shift while I'm accelerating and ramping up for a hyper jump. Not hyper jump. I don't know what you call these. Let's see what it calls it. What do you call it, computer?
Frame shift drive charging.
Just calls it frame shift drive. So it calls it the same thing for Super Cruise and for whatever these hyperspace jumps are.
4, 3, 2.
So at this point, I'm planning on writing in Andrew Yang. Futile, wasted effort. Well, also the Brett Weinstein is advancing a unity party idea, which I don't think the unity party is going to be on the ballot. I think it will require a write-in. Yeah, politics is definitely an old boy system. And there's the idea that if you let me decide who the two candidates are, I'll let you vote for whoever you want. And I can't remember what that grift is called, but that's basically the way our political system works. You get the same group of overlapping people financing both political parties, and then therefore they have some sway as to who actually gets nominated.
Frameshift drive charging.
So there's rigged and there's rigged, but this is definitely at least rigged. It's definitely not the kind of representation the founders envisioned, or at least, you know, if I can mind read over 250 years ago. But then Unity Party just, I'm not even sure if it should be called a party, but whoa, is this a binary? That other star looked awfully close. Not that it matters, but it was, you know, I get curious. Yeah, Unity Party started taking money today. I don't mind talking about real world issues. I mean, to some degree, I like to remind myself that there will be people that will be watching this that don't give a hoot and just want a fun and or informative video about a game they're interested in. So I try to be conscientious of that, but I also try to be conscientious of, for me, the game is just the fire. It's my old metaphor, the fire that we gather around to hang out together.
Fuel scooping
Oh,
complete.
I almost did that twice. And there's also a lack of expertise on my part, so I've got some opinions that aren't necessarily that well informed, but you can never be completely informed. And that's just the way they like it. If I may be so paranoid. And more trash planets. All right, where's our elliptical? I've seen worse looking moons, planets, things. Heavenly bodies. Ooh. Interesting combination of crimsonish pink and gray. That one planet, it was just
Scan complete.
from a few days ago. Might have just been yesterday. No, I think it was 2 streams ago. It's kind of interesting. It was like this weird brown, and then when you got close to it, it looked kind of like leather. Oh, I forgot to post to Instagram. I think people will be fine without it.
Charging.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
4, 3, 2.
there's kind of a gray area or a line that you got to be cautious about crossing. Like, if I started saying how things should be run in Holland, there's a certain lack of credibility and a certain lack of invested interest. So then you would probably want to consider, do I hold some expertise, or am I just a self-important kibitzer?
Fuel scooping
So-
complete.
So while there is a gray area, I think an informed opinion is an informed opinion, and the human experience is common enough, especially in the Western world, that we can share and contrast ideas. I mean, we're all subject to the same enlightenment.
Charging.
On Dasher.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. System scan complete.
Well, so far today has been uneventful.
Fuel scooping complete.
But what really bugs me about politics is the tribalism. And I see a lot of Yang Gang members who presumably were Yang Gang at the beginning of the year when we were all pulling for the same thing, who feel like since
2,
Yang dropped out that we all have to drop what we're doing and support Biden blindly, devotedly. And you could argue that that's what Andrew himself is doing. But that's one, it's just not true. Unless you think the most important thing in the world is getting Trump out of office. And I kind of don't blame people for thinking that. If you'd have asked me, or if you told me
fuel
a year ago that in 2020 I wouldn't be voting for the Democratic nominee, I'd be like, that can't be true. Wait, did they nominate Hillary again? And they kind of did. Yeah, I wouldn't have believed it. But so much of our socioeconomic problems that can be tied to legislation can also be tied to Joe Biden. So it's just like, we elected Trump because he was not part of the proletariat, if that's even a word, that caused the social economic situation that we're in. But we hated him so much, we're willing to go back to that. Is that a ringed planet over there? I don't think I scanned yet, did I? No, obviously not. But, okay, here's a gas giant, and it's going to be right here. Indigo. My name is Indigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that. I was trying to remember if, in the movie The Princess Bride, I don't know who hawked that up, but I bet it was painful. In the movie The Princess Bride, when they're torturing Wesley, the Prince Humperdinck invites the six-fingered man, who I believe is Count Rugula, to stay in, or no, Rugula invites Humperdinck to stay, and I think he calls him Reggie. I think he calls him by first name, and I think it was Reggie, and it's just like, this is the kind of trivia I need to remember. Maybe we're getting closer to the sun. Wow, how do we say this? Me Elijah? Or is it M.I. Elijah? That makes more sense. What's up? I'm tempted to just call you Elijah.
System scan complete.
Yeah, I think these are mostly going to be trash planets. Although that's pretty big. That is a class 3. Alright, if it was a class 4. Well, even if it was a class 4, I still wouldn't want to map it because it's so huge it'll take forever. But wait, one of these had resources, didn't it? Geological 20. It's not really that appealing. Alright, let's move on.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know. I have never thought of that.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I almost didn't know what you meant for a second. Like many games today, Elite Dangerous does not allow crossplay between platforms. However, Elite has one quality that most of these multiplayer games do not. No platform has an advantage over another. I don't know that that's true, but they seem to think it is. So no crossplay. It's kind of sad.
System scan complete.
Sometimes I think there are aspects of this game where having the analog stick, which you can get a HOTAS or an Xbox controller to play with PC. So there are aspects of the analog stick
Scooping complete.
that are definitely advantageous in this game. I assume, because I haven't actually tried it. Possibly. Well, yeah, I mean, people look for reasons to divide themselves, so people complaining about unfairness in a cross-play environment seems like a likely issue.
Frameshift drive charging.
Is Minecraft cross-play? I know there's the Windows 10 versus the Java version. I'm thinking of the Java version.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And then I don't play in open anyway. I'm too well, it's a combination of things. Non-social. I don't have a strong social drive, and easily annoyed, don't like griefers, not confident, competent enough to stick up for myself in that kind of situation.
Fuel scooping complete.
So yeah, there are some games that are pure PvP, like World of Tanks. You know, it doesn't bother me that that's PvP, but in most like open world type games, the PvP elements just annoy me. Like, I don't want to have to worry about that. With AI, you can usually predict... What am I doing? The wrong thing. With AI, you can usually predict
Charging.
how to avoid situations that you don't want to get involved in. But with player versus player, if someone wants to be a prick, they're going to find you.
4,
That's definitely one cool thing about Minecraft. And the way Minecraft works, I can't really see one platform being advantageous over the other.
System scan complete.
Forgot to see what kind of star this is.
Fuel scooping.
Kind of glad I got the bigger scoop.
Fuel scooping complete.
Can't remember if I got the 6B. Yeah, 6B. I don't remember if the 6A was too expensive, or that was probably the case.
Frameshift drive charging.
PC has an advantage. I'm not sure what it would be. It's easier to learn the precision of the mouse movement, perhaps. Or maybe you can walk one direction and face another. When I first played, I played on Xbox, but I think. But probably the majority of my hours playing Minecraft were on Xbox.
Fuel scooping complete.
And I didn't play for a long time. And the game changed about 20 different ways. Now I hardly recognize it. Oh, geez, is it 9 already? Damn, we only have half an hour left. Did I? Yeah, I think it said system scan complete, didn't it? I am wrong. And more trash planets. This one. Okay. It's so ordinary looking that I thought it might have an interesting feature, but no, it's just sort of a gray on brown look. It's the latest thing in Milan. Wow, all these planets look the same. Well, there seems to be a tendency for that. There we go. And I think it has to do with they're all lit by the same star, so the game engine tends to color them or influence the color in the same direction.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. I don't remember how many days I played Minecraft on stream before I moved on to other things. It's not that it was bad, and I had a really good seed too. I had a desert village and a regular village fairly close. I just didn't find it compelling, and then I got distracted by something else. I don't even remember what it was now. It might have been Phantom Doctrine or...
Fuel scooping.
It was probably Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which I still haven't finished. I apologize. I need to make a point of that. I feel like I owe it.
Fuel scooping complete.
Did I honk? I don't recall. System scan complete. So let's get up on out here. Let that star fall behind us a little bit more. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Class K coming up. We haven't had a non-scoopable in a while. I think I also may have turned off jet cone boosting.
2, 1, engage.
I wish they had it so you could say neutron stars yes, white dwarfs no. Nine bodies.
Scooping.
We don't seem to have used much fuel on that jump.
Fuel scooping complete.
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, a water world. We might be doing some mapping here. If I can ever find the plane of the elliptical. This looks like a busy little area. Rocky, icy. High metal? Ice, just icy. Ooh, oh, I thought it had little colored speckles. That's interesting striping, though. Looks like a cantaloupe. That might make a good Instagram picture. We should probably do a flyby of the cantaloupe planet. We definitely want to map that water world. And this will be the water world.
Scan complete.
So let's go map that bad boy. That's something else I haven't done. I kept thinking I made Sebastian's YouTube channel and Twitch channel over a month ago, probably 2 months, and I still haven't had him do a show yet. Oh, I'm going too fast. And if you've ever been watching, when he walks in and starts talking to me, he's a little bit hilarious. Hate to be one of those people that brags about their kids, but oh, too fast, so we are close enough. Do you have any planets with your name on them? I think so. Yeah, I've definitely gotten first discovery and first mapping bonuses. Because I know that I scanned and mapped quite a few, but then I lost a lot when I had a crash after about, realistically, it was probably about 50, 60 hours of exploration out towards the Seagull Nebula. We get 6 probes here. That was heartbreaking. And I still don't know how I managed to not cry. Just like, what? No. Ah. Too much overlap. That should be fine. Over here, we'll do it about like, actually, I like that, I think. And then over here, a little bit more like that.
Surface scanned by 50%.
That was almost perfect. Ooh, this might not be enough.
Surface scan complete.
And then let's do a. I don't remember which one that was. Maybe. Oh, that's right. Maybe I'll finish my sentence. Which one of these looks like a cantaloupe? Maybe that one? I think it was that one. Had to be. Let's do a flyby of that. But what was weird is there's a website that I used for a Road to Riches tour to get some fast reputation with Sirius Corp, and even some of those systems didn't have some of the planets mapped. So I was like, wow. Ooh, this is actually a little bit far away, isn't it? We'll be fine. We've still got 20 minutes before I need to put my socks on. And I start singing Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. No, tomorrow. Sorry, Fred. You deserve better. That's a lot of nebulas. But as it is kind of core word, you'd expect more material, therefore more stars and more nebula. Is nebula the plural of nebula? Feels like it would be. Since we want to orbit anyway. And let's turn off orbital lines. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I kind of want to get it when you can first tell it's a, well, it just changed. When you can first tell it's a planet, like right about there, and then maybe a couple more. You got to remember when you're looking at these pictures on your phone, and the framing is just about right for Instagram. If you want that square. If you're looking at these things on your phone, then wow, look at those features. I mean, they look like cracks, but they could actually be ridges. And let's see, we're turning away from the light, so our ship is just not going to be well lit. I tend to always have the ship tilted just about like that. It's probably kind of, well, let's just take a picture of the planet. but we kind of want to get away from the poles. So we can definitely see how they're longitudinal. There's our light source. It's like that nebula looks kind of like an octopus. Oh, it just lost the light. Do you know what the key to comedy is? Timing! I probably ought to just drive away from it to get the shot I want. We've got reflection. Just trying to figure out what it's reflecting. Where's the ship? There she be. Just can't get good shots. Now they look like ridges. Because there's a bright side and a dark side. Is this thing landable? Okay, now we're getting more of a brown tone, and I can rotate like this. I'm losing my shot. It's not landable. Verify. No, that's too bad. I would really like... Where'd it go? Anyone take my planet? I would really like to go down and take a better look at those ridges. Alright, let's get out of here. Actually, the easiest way to do that is just change target. And jumpy jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
You ever have an itch on your palm or skin somewhere where like the heat friction makes the itch go away? Could be just me.
Fuel scooping.
How many did it say? 11?
Fuel scooping complete.
Not that there would have been any in-game benefit, it just would have been, you know, pure aesthetic experience. Alright, so boring planets. I should say non-lucrative planets. That's mildly interesting. Atmosphere 0.23 Gs. Atmosphere is water. How much time do we have? But it only has 1.28 atmospheres. That's the temperature. I don't know what 568 Kelvin is. I don't know if that's hot or cold, so I don't know if it's a water atmosphere. I would assume it is if they're calling it an atmosphere. I mean, either water vapor or liquid. And it kind of implies that it's water vapor or steam. But I don't know how it would look. But with 1.23 atmospheric pressures, it's probably too thin a layer to appreciate. So I think we'll just skip it. Not bother with a closer look. That planet's not worth a closer look. Change my mind. Are you familiar with that guy's thing where he puts up the sign, whatever statement, change my mind, sitting at college campuses? Someone took set up a table like that and set up a chair, and no one was sitting there, and the sign said, I changed my mind. I found it hilarious. Just me, maybe. The meme is out there. And looks like we have that planet selected. Let's move on. "39 light years." I hope I didn't hit Control J. I probably did hit oh, too fast for safe exit. I've got... What is wrong here? It's within jump range. We have fuel. Got 10 minutes left. Let's try veering away. Maybe because it's less than a year away? Could that be a thing? Let's try J again. We're only going 60C. It's 39 light years away, but it's showing that it's less than a year away. Is my brain broken? Let's try... And then if we...
Frameshift drive charging.
Glitch. Legendary Godzilla? I'm still not sure about this. If you're Legendary Godzilla or Legend. And then there was another legendary. But I have to admit, I like Perry the Platypus. Legendary Godzilla. Universal Studios Queen Mary.
Fuel scooping.
Was that you that asked me to do the reaction video to The Humans Are Dead?
Fuel scooping complete.
I get a lot of hits on that, but it's really not worth watching. People should just watch the original. My reaction is so flat. I should take it down, delist it, whatever. Yeah, I think I've got like 500 views on it or something like that. Almost an interesting looking ring. Ooh, what's this? Gas giant? Yeah. And there it is. And it will almost certainly be surrounded by moons, all of which are icy bodies. Therefore, none of which will be terraformable.
System scan complete.
Yeah, we're just going to move on. When I look at my analytics, sometimes that's in the top 5 video list for the reporting period. I'm just like, really?
Frameshift drive charging.
People are interested in what they're interested in. I also got criticism for that. Like, it was a completely accurate critique. It's like, basically saying in the comments, basically saying, you did nothing. This is a ripoff. You shouldn't even have posted it. Just like, it's all pretty much true, and I wouldn't have, except someone asked me to. But it hurts my feelings. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It's completely true. And it was basically someone just agreeing with my own self-criticism. I think at the end of the video, I pretty much say as much that I didn't react very much.
Complete.
Hello? I am still streaming. I'm going to wrap it up here in about 5 minutes. What's up? That what was what? Of course. That doesn't make any sense. Oh. Yeah, your grandma, she's interesting. I sometimes think her heart is in the right place, and sometimes I don't. Her brain is definitely not in the right place.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, doesn't matter. You know what it is. You know who they are, and it's just criticism like that. Just like, this is uninformed criticism
3,
or misinformed. Yeah, criticism is weird because it's like you don't want to ignore it. I mean, you can, but you kind of have to understand where it's coming from and qualify the
Fuel scooping.
competency of the critic and the motive of the critic.
Fuel scooping complete.
Because, like, if you just dismiss everything as haters gonna hate, somebody might have a valid point, and if you ignore that, even if it hurts your feelings, to not ignore it, you might be preventing yourself from growing, improving. So the thing to keep in mind is nobody's perfect. Look for opportunities to grow. I like to say that I look for opportunities to admit I'm wrong, and I probably don't take all of them when they come up, or even notice all of them when they come up. But did I do this one? I have not. Ooh. Well, I think I know how we're ending the show today. Me flailing for a water world. There it is. So, water-rich atmosphere, mostly nitrogen. Damn it. I still got other planets to scan. and asteroid clusters. That's kind of visually interesting. But I think that what's going to happen here is I'm going to finish this scan, fly to the water world, and then we'll wrap things up as I orbit, and then I'll either map it tomorrow. I can't tell if that's aliasing or if it's kind of flat on that side. Geological likely, mercury, yttrium, cadmium. Huh. It might be worth doing a little surface mining there. Not even sure surface mining is the right word, because there's asteroid mining that's surface mining, and they're definitely different. Another geological, a lot of zinc, a lot of vanadium, which I am low on. What else? I read that too slowly. Ooh, we should land here. It's not really part of our current mission, and it slows us down. Oh man, I wish you could save game, because then it'd be a no-brainer. Ooh, arsenic, which is fairly rare, or at least in my experience. Zirconium. So I think on the next show we're going to be doing some surface mining. Was that everything? That was everything in this system. Were there any ringed planets? How far away is that? We're getting good acceleration. I'm just going to go ahead and go to Super Cruise Assist. And system map. I don't think anything here had rings. No. What was this one? So this one, terraformable, not terraformable. So yeah, I think we're probably gonna land on a couple. Let's check again. What are the gravity on these various? What are the gravity? How do you pluralize gravity? Let's see. Gravity. Wow, very low. 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 Lower, baby. Low. And pretty low. So we shouldn't have too much to worry about crashing wise. I like your planet, it's real blue. And it's probably going to roll so that the dorsal is towards the planet. That's the way it usually works. Whee! Alright, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for saying hi, sharing. Godzilla, it's pleasant to see you again. Let's go ahead and throw this up. Click the things, like, subscribe, follow, comment, notifications, join the Discord, and definitely share. your friends are not going to find me without your help. So let them know what kind of stupid crap you're interested in. Share a link, and then we can all laugh at me together. Where'd the ship go? Anyway, it's always more fun when you're here, so hope to see you then. Till then, be well. Which button is it?